Hello, Jaime Sweany here, owner of Juniper Art Gallery in Spencer, Indiana, and I am excited to share with you our fall regional artist exhibit. It's just a beautiful collection of a wide variety of styles and medium, and I'm excited to show you what we have. So I'm going to take you on a tour of our Regional Artist Fall exhibit. It's now on display and it's also online for you to shop. So I hope you'll come see us soon, and in the meanwhile, let's take a quick look. This is a sculpture by James Alexander Thom, local author and legend, carved from his black walnut tree on his property here in Owen County. And so we'll just go around the room. This is Jeannie McLeish's work. She is a wonderful artist from Mooresville, Indiana. Gorgeous, gorgeous watercolor. Sorry about the reflection of the lights above on it. Beautiful watercolor. And she also does oils. Gorgeous colors. Lots of them she and her partner, Mark Burkett, paint out at McCormick's Creek. So next we have Donna Short from Indianapolis. She has a mix of oils and pastels that are gorgeous. And she also has a lot of small pieces that are online for sale and here in the shop that are $160 and below, which is a really good price. Many of her pieces are $100 unframed. So next we have Jerry Smith, well-known artist, Indiana artist. He does oils, acrylics, and watercolors, and I've got quite a good selection of his work. I do not currently have any oils, but we have a lot of acrylics and watercolors, and his pricing is amazingly good for framed originals. A lot of it is $200 and less. So here's a new artist to Juniper Art Gallery, Jackie Frey. She's a wonderful watercolorist from Bloomington, Indiana, who I have admired for years, and she agreed to come on board at Juniper as one of our regional artists. I'm excited to share her work with you. Meg Lagotsky is a favorite here at Juniper. She does amazing quarry paintings and also really sweet quarry collages she's been doing with paper. Good variety of her work. Here's her large piece entitled Deep Pool, large oil. Brian Gordy, another favorite watercolorist from Muncie, Indiana. Some beautiful new paintings. This one here at the bottom, Soaking Up Sunshine, was painted here at Juniper Art Gallery during a demo he did last summer. Another wonderful watercolorist, Alan Hooton. He recently relocated from Ohio to Indiana, and we're just thrilled to have his watercolors. He is an amazing artist. Again, his prices are incredibly reasonable as well. This is a fun sculpture by Patrick Donnelly, Louisville artist. And now Pamela Newell, award-winning artist from Fishers, Indiana, has brought us a really nice selection of work this time around, and as she always does, but I'm especially fond of some of these pieces. Oils and pastels. And then Dawn Adams. Her work is just astounding and so peace-invoking. She does oils on canvas, mostly water, just beautiful. And her work brings me a lot of peace. Another watercolorist from Delphi, Indiana, up north, Rena Brauer. Check this one out. I love it. It's a little Carolina wren, and its title is The Wren from Carolina. And she also brought a lot of small watercolors this time, framed, $200. It's a beautiful alcohol inks piece by Rena Brauer. And now here's Mark Burkett's work. He does both woodcut prints, hand-pulled original prints, and he also does oil paintings. Beautiful work. He also does linocut prints, but I just don't have any this show. Here is a really interesting piece by Wyatt Legrand done during a plein air workshop he attended. And he actually is painting Indiana artist Tom Robinson in this picture. I love it. I love how it's framed as well. And these two pieces come together. And then graphite and acrylic. This is the legacy gallery dedicated to my parents, Paul and Margaret Sweany. This is their kind of legacy section of the gallery where I highlight some of their works. He was a watercolorist and she was known for her sculpture. One of her masterpieces, Roberto. Now here's some more Wyatt Legrand. Great oil paintings. And here's an artist that joined us with the spring show this year, Tom Ray. He's from Bloomington, and this time we have a lot of Bloomington images that are wonderful. He works in gouache, which is a interesting paint. He does really, really fine work. Catherine Hooton, she joined us last spring as well, an acrylic watercolor or acrylic painter, and I just think her pieces are joyful and gorgeous and so well executed. Here's one I really like. It's called Red Fall. Another sculpture by Patrick Donnelly, wall sculpture. Zinzong Duan, who is originally from China but lives in Dublin, Ohio. These pieces are some of his watercolors from, original watercolors from New York City. He also does a lot of watercolors from Europe and paintings from China. Here's another new artist to Juniper Art Gallery, David Emerson Young. He joined us with the spring show, and he's got a lot of just very, very beautiful, very different style paintings that I just love. He's been doing a series on global warming, and these are color drawings that will precede the paintings that he'll have on display when that series is finished. This one is from that same series. It's called Drought, color drawing that is made into a painting, a larger painting. That's a jazz musician down at the bottom. Fat Cat. And now Patrick Donnelly, one of my favorite artists. He's from Louisville. Love his floating or falling series. I've got quite a few pieces. Just fun artwork, so colorful and so much movement. And then also his Memento series, which is a mixed media on wood. A couple more pieces from the Memento. Then we also have a new artist, Bert Gilbert, who joined us in the spring this year. Excited to have some of his sculptural work and metal work. This is a cast metal called Regret. There's a couple pieces. This one is called So Damn Loud. And there is Sequester. Ellen Star Lion, a small oil painting, just gorgeous, called Backlit. And now here's some new pieces by Grace Gonzo, who is a Spencer artist. Does oils. Foggy Autumn Road. And now Jim Campbell, who's an artist from Bloomington, brought us some really different work this time. He has his carved PVC artwork, all very reasonably priced. And then he also has cast paper works, very reasonably priced, framed at $150. Ellen Star Lion is an amazing oil painter from Bloomington. These two are called Man versus Nature. Really nice. And then this is Cell Glow, painting of her daughter on cell phone. So I'll take you on a quick tour around the artisan shop of the paintings that I have out here. There were a few artists that weren't able to bring me new artwork, so I moved the artwork that we had in the spring exhibit out here. So this is Mary Carroll Kenny. Absolutely stunning oils. Therese Urban, she does iconography, paints with gold leaf, and does beautiful religious figures, and I just think she executes them so well. A little bit of overflow of Wyatt Legrand, those top two, and then Jeannie McLeish at the bottom. Another gorgeous Mary Carroll Kenny, Mother Teresa. It's called Silent Like Nature. Here's just one of our sanitizing stations. We keep this place safe with our screen at the register as well. More of Xinzang Duan. These are Europe paintings. France and Italy. And then Joel Washington. We've still got Johnny Cash, which I just can't believe is still here. He's amazing. Look at that great Johnny Cash. And Below Muddy Waters. Brad Devlin from Louisville. Love his work. By the way, Joel's from Bloomington, Indiana. All these artists, most of them are from Indiana, with a couple from Louisville, Kentucky, and a couple and one from Ohio. So here are a couple pieces by Mark Blaney, who has relocated back to Arkansas, and I'm glad that he was able to leave me with 3 paintings. There's these 2, and then I'll show another one in a moment. Wyatt Legrand and Grace Gonzo did gorgeous paintings of the courthouse square here at Spencer. And Myrtle just wants to say hi. She's got on one of our conservation animal masks. So here are a couple more Xinzang Duans. These are Paris, smaller watercolors. And we will come over here. I've moved the, here's an awesome Jackie Frey watercolor, Nataraj. I've moved our Japanese warrior woman exhibit into this main front room. Ready to Fight by Helen Faith Green and Japanese Warrior Woman by Jill Gilcrease. Those are 2 artists from Texas. And then here's Mary Carroll Kenny's interpretation, Amazing Oil, and a couple other small oils by Mary Carroll. So anyway, this is the new fall exhibit. I'll quick take you back to the back room. It's more prints back there. Oh, and the hallway has got some wonderful art pieces by Ransom Hale. He's a Bloomington artist. He does digital artwork. A couple more pieces by Xinzang Duan, France, Notre Dame. Here's two more pieces here are acrylics by Catherine Hooton, just gorgeous. Lovely monument circle by Xinzang Duan. And then a few other small watercolors by Jerry Smith. Got quite a few of his. And then in the back room here we have prints, mostly prints by my parents, but also some prints by Brian Gordy and Dawn Adams. These are reproductions, giclée reproductions from my mother's paintings. And then reproduction giclée from my father's watercolors. I've got this whole panel is giclée reproductions of my father's watercolors. We've got them framed and unframed. Some more of my mother's. There's another Joel Washington up at the top, another older Muddy Waters. One of my mother's sculptures. And then great abstract artworks by Evans Woolen. We have taken on a few estate pieces, and he's one of the artists that are on our website under estate art. And I just love he's a very famous Indiana architect. Then these are framed giclée reproductions by Brian Gordy. Lots of reproductions of Zinzan Duan's work. There's another Brian Gordy reproduction. We got Charles Barnes' estate artwork, well-known Indiana artist. And then this piece is really neat. I'm hoping I can find a buyer for it. It's by Spence's Alley, and it's by a mixed media by Michael Garman. There's actually a museum to this man in out west, and it is now 50% off the price I had originally on it. So hopefully somebody will purchase it soon. It's very cool. So we'll end our tour here, and I just want to really thank everyone for their support. I hope you'll come out and see this new work in person, but also just know every bit of it is also available online. So go to juniperartgallery.com, and if you look under fine art, you will see all this great work for sale, and you can see pricing and decide if you want to purchase it online, but we will also deliver if it's within the Bloomington Spencer area, or we can do curbside pickup. We can do whatever works to connect you with beautiful artwork that is uplifting for you during these crazy times. So in the meanwhile, please stay well, be creative, and thank you so much for all your support.